Hello, welcome to Torry Battery. It's in Scotland still, obviously. So Torry Battery is an old fort. It's a coastal defence. I think it was Napoleonic, originally. So there's a few sort of remains. It's one of these kind of old military installations that's still around. Obviously this is for people that don't live up here. That's the fort, 1860, and it kind of guards the entrance to the harbour. What you've got is you've got the River Dee, and 3 miles further north you've got the River Don. And Aberdeen is sort of built between the two rivers. So the southern one, the River Dee, that is actually the harbour. And obviously with the finding of oil off the North Sea, Aberdeen Harbour became quite a busy place. It's still a busy place, but possibly a little less busy than it has been of late. Fitty is a little historic village based at the mouth of the River Dee that now has become kind of consumed with the modern harbour apparatus. So yeah, so the aim is to try and show you some of this fantastic coastline. Again, people that live up here, you've probably got a good idea of where I'm going, but for anybody else, hopefully some good stuff to show you. So, bye. It's one of the Stevenson lighthouses. The famous family that includes Robert Louis Stevenson, author of Kidnapped, etc. And I think that was designed and built by his grandfather, but I could be wrong. Coastal running can be quite challenging because the footpaths are very rarely flat, certainly not smooth and even. So you're up and down and you wind in and out because you follow the coastline, but it just gives you some pretty decent views. I'm making our way along the path, the coastal path. And one of the places it goes past is a place called Doones Farm. It's a farm that specialises in rare breeds. And I wasn't going to do a piece there because the path kind of goes past it really. But I've just seen this thing. So I thought it was a sheep. But I mean seriously, what the hell is that? Is that a dog? Is that like a sheep dog? It's like a sheepdog, yeah? So we're on the path now, we're getting towards a place, village called Cove. And I used to live at Cove, and so I'd sometimes do this path, the sort of Aberdeen to Cove stretch, which is this coastal path. So this has been pretty cool actually. It's a bit of a blast from the past. It's been a good couple of years since I've been out here. It's good to come back to places that you've not been to for a while. When I was planning this one, I actually wanted it to be a really sunny day because you know, when the sun's sparkling off the water, it's amazing. But to be honest, I'm kind of glad it's not, and it's a bit overcast, and there's a nice breeze going on. It's actually kind of perfect running conditions, to be honest. So sorry it's not the most glorious weather, but I hope you're still getting a sense of the view here. It's just lovely, it's stunning. So just about ready to Cove. I'm just giving myself a little breather. And while I've been running along, I've been getting a bit deep and philosophical like I used to do. I've always done running, but I've not done this kind of sort of extreme running stuff. It was when I was living at Cove that things were kind of not so good for me, if I'm honest. And but when I lived there, I'd often run back along this path to get home. So it was nice, obviously, love running by the sea and stuff. But it used to be quite a challenge, to tell you the truth. It used to be quite hard work, and I'd always be glad when I got to Cove. I've just been running along now, and kind of just lost in my thoughts. Looked up and I'm at Cove, and I feel like, you know, this is just a warm-up, this is just time. So that's a good thing, because I've got quite a lot further to go. But the point is, what previously seemed quite hard, now, to be honest, is a little bit easier. And what with this year's run, being all about mental health and stuff, I just think that's a reasonable parallel to put out there. That, you know, what might seem very difficult at the minute might seem impossible. It's amazing how a few years down the line, you look back over it, or you revisit it, or you try it again, and the experience is vastly different. And I think it's important to remember that, because if you can cling on to that, even when things are tough, you can appreciate that actually it's probably not going to last forever. So to say, a little bit deep, but while I'm just having a breather, I thought it was a valid point to make. I'm sorry if you disagree, but what the hell? Anyway, I'll show you these. I'll show you the reason why I used to like Cove so much. Fabulous. Look at all that bird shit. That's a lot of bird shit. That really is a lot of shit. I followed the roads down to Findon, and again, this is a run I used to do when I lived at Cove actually. So putting the two former runs together is kind of interesting. But anyway, so I'm down at Findon, and just about to rejoin the footpath, actually, the coastal footpath. And down at Findon, they've got a well, it's like a centre for the survival craft because of the industry, the offshore oil and energy industry. Obviously, there's an awful lot of workers out at sea, offshore, and obviously we don't like things to go wrong, but things do. So in Findon, there's a centre for the survival craft. They kind of store them here. I think they do quite a bit of training on the survival craft. Bit of a weird place, really. It's like a kind of graveyard for all the survival craft. It's kind of very sleepy, quiet, fishing villages, and you have the kind of abstract art of a load of decaying survival craft for the offshore industry. So weird. Well, that's me come off the footpath now, just on the road heading in towards Portlethen, and that's a good thing because I've got quite a few pals who live in Portlethen. Vaughan, Ewan, Sheila. I can't remember anybody else. I think there's a few of you anyway. There's probably more of you, sorry if there is. Obviously, it'd be really nice for them to sort of offer me a drink. Sheila, if you've got any scones in, that'd be good. Cup of tea. No sugar. Just milk, thanks. I can't wait actually. Really looking forward to that. Unbelievable. Welcome to one of my favourite pieces of tourist attractions here, the A90. So we're just approaching the Bridge of Muckles, the Muckles Bend. This is the scene of many a morning rush hour accident. To be honest, this is the slowest I've ever taken the Muckles Bend. I mean, I've never had an accident here, but when it's quiet, like on a Friday night after squash, when I'm making my way back, there is a bit of a temptation to treat it like Eau Rouge at Spa-Francorchamps. Okay, so just done the climb out of Stonehaven, and wow, that was quite a climb. So that's Stonehaven behind me, and now we're on top of the cliffs and at a very special place. We're at the War Memorial in Stonehaven, and to be honest, probably the best war memorial that there is. It's just stunning. So I'll show you around, let you have a look, see what you think. It's kind of done in the style of a sort of ruined temple, with the names of the major campaigns around the outside. And on the inside is the memorial itself. There's an inscription on the inside. One by one, death challenged them. One by one, they smiled in his grim visage and refused to be dismayed. One absolutely fantastic quote. When you're feeling like you need a bit of quiet contemplation, put things into perspective, you can do a lot worse than come to a place like this. So come out of Stonehaven, up to the top of the Wallenwaller, and anybody that lives around here will know exactly where I am. It's a bit of a busy spot, but it's a nice bit of Dunnottar Castle for you. Right, well, that's that one finished. When I was approaching Stonehaven, I actually thought I was going to die, but I didn't, and I carried on, and it felt good actually after I did the hill for Memorial, and I went onto the castle. Pretty cool. That's the thing actually, when you got somewhere cool to run to, you forget about all your aches and pains. So yeah, anyway, so that was a good one. Hope you enjoyed it. Nice scenery. Thanks for your company. That's probably it now. I think the next time I'm going to be doing this rubbish is going to be when we start, and still a bit anxious, to be honest with you, a little bit nervous, but what the hell, gotta have a challenge, eh? So yeah, take care, goodbye, see you later.